Hey everybody, good to see you again. It's been a couple days. I missed y'all. Welcome back in my garden. I set up right here because I want you to see behind me. Do you see this green guy? That's a pink currant, and it's already in leaf. It's going to make beautiful little tiny pink fruit. So delicious for snacking on. It's beautiful. I hope you're going for a walk or a hike today. Make sure you do. Okay? But first, about something called nostalgia. So this is our first actual writing assignment that I'm giving you. About something called nostalgia. Maybe you've heard the word, maybe you haven't, maybe you think you know what it means. Nostalgia is kind of like a memory, and it's usually triggered by something. It's about a memory from the past. It's usually pretty happy, remembering good times or a good place, but there's a little bit of sadness always with it. Sort of like, I kind of wish I could go back to that, but I know I can't, right? So nostalgia is this really funny, we call it maybe bittersweet, a little bit of good, a little bit of bad, a little happy, sad at the same time in the same person. And it's usually related to an experience of a time or a place or with people. Okay, so this assignment you're going to write this week deals with nostalgia. Let me explain to you my nostalgic story. This might help to get your idea a little bit more clearly defined here. So my nostalgic story is about this. This is rosemary. Okay, and when I smell it, it brings back a memory, a pretty good memory, a little bit of sadness in there. So this memory that I have when I smell this reminds me of being about 5 during Christmas time when I lived up in the Rocky Mountains in a little village, and there was snow everywhere. And when I smell it, I remember walking down the snowy streets or in the back of my parents' car and seeing a house with blue Christmas lights. Funny, eh? But the feeling is really good and a little bit sad because I guess I know I can never go back, but it felt so good at that time. Safe and warm and small and amazed by these lights at Christmas and the white snow everywhere. That's a nostalgic memory for me. It's triggered by a smell. Smells are really powerful, and actually, smells and emotions are processed by the same part of your brain. So, what I want you to do, and I've written the whole thing out on our Google Classroom, so you can reread it again or listen to the video if I'm not clear, is talk to another person in your life. It's got to be an adult. Kids don't have enough experience to really have lots of nostalgic memories yet. So you need to find an adult who you trust. Grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, aunts or uncles. Talk to them in person. Remember, we're going to keep the distance if there's somebody who's not in your household. Telephones also work good if you want to do that. Don't use emails. It's just you're going to miss a lot of the good details in the telling of the story. Now ask them to tell you about a certain smell that brings back a nostalgic memory. Okay? Make sure you talk with them first about what nostalgia is, so both of you understand that it's sort of that memory of a past time or a place that's mostly good but a little bit sad, bittersweet we call it, or melancholy would be another word. Talk about that and then get them to tell you a story. Okay? Now, get lots of details about the place, about their age, about the smell, about those 5 senses, right? Textures, the scenery, and as much stuff as you can add to your piece of writing at the end. Okay? That's it. That's a nostalgic story. So you're going to report the story to me. I gave you the details on our Google Classroom site, and they're listed in the email that I'm sending out to you. So that's it. I can't wait to read your stories that you heard from other important people in your lives. You can send them to me type them up, send them off, and they're due next Thursday. So 7 whole days. I'm going to send out a few more emails and a few more videos this weekend, but if I don't see you before then, have an awesome Easter break. Okay? Bye.